Hi, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what it's like to be a Tropic Skincare ambassador, how you become one, why would you become one, what's involved, what you pay, what you receive, the day-to-day running of it, the Tropic events that you get to go on. Then also be sharing with you at the end of the video just my plans for the future with Tropic and where I see it going. So please watch along. So for those of you who are new around here, my name is Jo. I've been a Tropic Skincare ambassador for the last 4 years, just recently celebrated my anniversary in July 2024. I also have my own beauty room at home, Serenity Beauty by Jo. And I'm loving sharing all these products and information here on YouTube. So by all means, if you're liking what I'm sharing, like, subscribe, put lots of things in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video and anything else that I've shared. But let's get on with today's video. Okay, so the first thing to talk about is why I became a Tropic Skincare ambassador. I never heard of them before. My friend, who's a beautician as well, introduced them to me 4 years ago. And it's one of those things that you'll never see them out on the supermarket shelves or anything like that because they're not sold via those sort of branches and suppliers. They're always sold direct to consumer via web shops and via ambassadors like myself. So it's not something you come across, but it's really weird once you start talking about it, the amount of people that use it and love it and then share it as well. So it's one of those little hidden secrets and hidden gems that I love to share with everyone. So how and why? So the why. So I became, I was made redundant, should I say, in April, May 2020. So when the lovely pandemic was happening, my friend, who's again a beautician, reached out to me and I was asking would I host a online Zoom Tropic Pamper, which I did for her. Invited a few friends along and we all loved the products and she talked about them and it was a really lovely evening. So I got some of the products through the post. I think I started with things like the body wash and the body smooth, and I had some of the facial stuff as well, all the lovely skincare. So I started with the basics, the core products, and I just became a massive fan. Absolutely loved it. So then I was made redundant in that May sort of June time. And as you do when you're made redundant or you're looking for a role, it can grind you down, it can get you down. And I was just looking for some positivity. And it's really weird because I do believe with Tropic, it does actually find you. It finds you at the right time when you need it. And it is the most positive company that I've ever worked with or alongside. It's a really feel-good atmosphere within the HQ, with all the other ambassadors and the leaders and everyone else involved with it. It's just a really, really great place. So I was really looking for that positivity. And my friend, who was the same ambassador herself, said, well, why don't you just join? Come along and, it's really great fun. You're loving the products. You now get the chance to share it with people that you know, friends, family. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be a massive salesperson. But then you receive those products yourself at a discounted price. You get commission for those. You get to get on the inside of everything. So it was a really, really great time. And I had time on my hands because obviously being made redundant, but it gave me something positive to look at while I was searching for those other daytime jobs. And it can turn into all sorts of things. It can remain your side hustle. I mean, I got a job in November 2020, which is part-time, but I continued because of my love for it and, my addiction for Tropic by then. I actually wanted to continue, promoting it to friends, family and doing pampers and one-to-ones, which is what I absolutely love. And so I continued alongside my main job. So you can do it as a side hustle. You can do it part-time, whether you're doing it working yourself as another job, part-time, full-time, whether you have children, whether you work from home, whatever your situation, you can find the time to do whatever you want to do. And that's what's great about Tropic. It is run independently. So they give you this, this work frame and this information, and it's up to you what you do with it. So that's my how. So I just was looking for positivity and extra income, looking for something to challenge myself and, think outside my box and out my comfort zone that I was actually in at the time. And it just came at the right time. So on to my how. So as I mentioned, my friend introduced me to Tropic. So she's also a beautician and she introduced me in the July. So I became an ambassador July 2024 and I've absolutely loved it ever since. And it's really actually very simple to join. You just contact someone like myself as an ambassador or a leader, someone that you know that's actually promoting Tropic, and you can just find out more information. I'm not going to quote, I will quote you a price of what the starter kit is because it's as it is today, but again, it may change. So as of July 2024, it's £198 with the starter kit, but that's actually been the same price for the last 3 or 4 years actually since I joined. And what you get in there is incredible. You get your real, it is a starter kit. It is worth about £500 or £600. You get your original Body Smooth, which is our founding product, which is our gorgeous Body Smooth. You get all the core skincare. You get some body care in there as well. You get our serums, you get our masks, you get whatever that our core range. It does fluctuate what's included, so I'm not going to quote all the different items, but it is such amazing value. And if I could buy my starter kit again, I would, because it's just such a great tool. But it's really, really easy to join. Like I say, you contact someone like myself. So if you are interested in joining or finding out any more, just drop me a note in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And then you actually become part of someone's team, but it's all very independently run. You're not managed by people. You're led and advised and helped. So there's so much information out there if you need it. But then that's how I did it. So once you become a Tropic ambassador, what's involved for the day-to-day? So when you join, you get a web shop set up for you, which is all free of charge. I mean, what's fantastic about Tropic is that there are no charges for anything. Once you've paid your starter kit price, there is no ongoing maintenance. There's nothing else that you have to pay every month. You get a free web shop. You get so much training. We have something called the Tropic Lounge, and you have every single product you can think of on there. Everything that we have. You have training videos. You have things from Susie Direct. We have people like Bryony Blake pop up there as well, doing makeup things. So the tools and the resources and all the information you need to promote, sell, share, everything is in the one place, and it's all free of charge. So I cannot fault Tropic at all for any of the training. It is so good. And HQ is amazing as well. So even though you run it as an independent Tropic Skincare Ambassador, you have the backup at the HQ down in Surrey. So any orders that your customers or yourself place, it's all managed by them. You don't have any stock at all yourself. It's all made to order. So it comes out directly from our Surrey area, our factory. So it's all packaged, managed, sent directly to your customers. And they are great at resolving any potential questions or issues or concerns you have. They're really, really amazing. Really, really can't fault them. I think the odd time that I've had like a lady drop a serum on the floor, and I've just contacted them and they replaced it for me. They're just such, customer service is key, and that's really something that you then develop with your own customers, and Tropic HQ can really back you up with that as well. So I don't know about you, but I really remember the people that I get amazing customer service from. So that is, to me, really key. So it's really advising your customers in the best way, recommending things that you either used yourself. If you don't know the answer to something, you go and find it out. But it's just amazing. But the day-to-day running, so what's involved? There's lots of different ways to run your Tropic business. You can either be a person who just does orders from people at work, collects orders from friends, families, place your own orders. You can go into your workplace and share that, leave catalogues and glow mags out. You can collect orders that way. You could just send your link to your Tropic web shop and ask your friends and family and colleagues just to shop directly on there. You'll earn commission that way as well. So there's lots of different ways. If you do actually grow in confidence, getting in front of people and talking about the product. So for me personally, the best way is to get that product on skin. So you actually host an open house at your house. You share it with your friends and family. From there, they then share it with other people, and then that customer base does slowly grow. And then you get a lot of repeat orders. And it's again looking after those customers, knowing when their products are going to be running out, reminding them, just seeing this offer, thought of you. So it's really building up that customer base, customer rapport, and giving them something you cannot get on the high street, which is that personal recommendations, personal information. So again, you get to know them, and you'll know, oh, you've got this particular complexion, this new product's come out, I thought I'd recommend it to you. Have you seen this? And then you will know what to recommend to them, know what they're interested in. And some you do get lots of hostesses and people who host the Pampers for you, repeat year after year. They can also then have e-pamper links. There's so much information that you can actually do, but there's lots of varied ways that you can share it. So it can either be share via your web shop, share via a pamper and you host it, share via a pamper and someone else hosts it and they become the hostess and then get rewarded for doing so. You can do one-to-ones if you feel that you're going to be better at one-on-one. You can invite people around to your house, you can go to theirs, and you can just share the products that way. And it's all very laid back. Day to day, we do not have any targets at all. I think as long as you place at least an order on the system with Tropic within a year, you remain an active Tropic ambassador. So it is really up to you how much you gain out of this business, what you get out of it. So that is no pressure. There's encouragement, I would say, from Tropic HQ to learn as much as you can. There's so, like I say, so much resource. So it's there if you would like to, have this as a full-time occupation and business and grow that customer base. But if not, it can remain as very much a side hustle and what you want to make it. So that's what I love about it. There's no pressure at all. The other thing that I do day to day is, and what I have to consider each week, is I do have a Facebook group. So I have to I get to record videos on there demonstrating products. I record on here as well, obviously on YouTube, trying to grow my customer base over here and my following. I have to do things on Instagram. So it depends if you want to get into your social media as well. But Facebook's really, really handy for sharing. Again, we have all this information from Tropic on these amazing Tropic marketing squares. We have lots of information. We have lots of other Facebook groups that as ambassadors you can join, and they're such a resource and they're really interesting. Lots of fellow ambassadors on there sharing customer experiences that you can then share in your group. So you can do Facebook as well. What I tend to do is once a week, I will schedule a bit of time and then schedule out for that whole next week. I don't tend to post daily. I tend to just do Saturdays and Sundays and maybe like a Tuesdays and a Friday or a Thursday. And then if something crops up, an offer pops up, you can then jump on and just share it within your group. So you can have Instagram, you can do Twitter, you can do whatever you wanted, whatever you feel comfortable with. Tropic Facebook group, the private one works really well because obviously then people join you and they're interested in seeing your posts and what you're sharing and your reviews of all the products as well. And then also put my Serenity Beauty information in there. So day to day, you're managing orders, reaching out to customers. We have a great thing called the Penny app, which you can actually, it holds all your customer information and it prompts you then to contact them about something that might be running out of a cleanser or this offer, have you promoted this to this person? So you've got so much resource if you choose to use it. So it's entirely up to you how you manage it. The other thing that you have to do is manage your own tax, all those sorts of things, and that's being self-employed. But there's lots of information and advice online about that, and declaring your tax and all your incomes and your expenses. But that's for any self-employed person, not just for Tropic. But there's day-to-day, it's managing, catching up with people, the odd message here or there. So you can schedule in time. I try to get that balance right of doing Tropic, Serenity, my other day job that I have, obviously family life, so it can fit in and it's managing it and working those workloads out. So what are the fun things that you get to experience with Tropic? So apart from obviously seeing all the gorgeous products being launched, experiencing them yourselves, sharing them, all those sorts of things, the fun thing that I like about it, and this is what I love being a Tropic ambassador, is because it's like being on the inside, of a secret. And you know all the things that are coming up and you see all the promotions early and you can just help. What I love about it is helping other people and just getting them the best discounts that I can, maximising their savings and really seeing a difference in their skin. That's what I absolutely love. But the other fun things you get to do as an ambassador is you do actually get to be really social. So we have team Zoom calls, we have a team WhatsApp group, so you can all share your experience, look for advice and just share that way. But annually, what we have is our Tropic Glammies. So in September every year, and for the last few years, it's been held at the Birmingham NEC. We all get together, so you can actually go along, and it's a brilliant event. So we tend to go down on the Friday in the day. A few of us around this area, we all go together, and we'll go by train or by car, and we will just have the night before, and then the night of the event. So the Friday and the Saturday night, we'll stay in a hotel at the NEC, so we can really enjoy ourselves. They tend to be themed. You can dress up, you don't have to dress up, but people like to go all out and be a bit glam and dress up for the Saturday. So the Friday night, so the night before the event happens, we'll tend to go for a lovely team meal. So again, it's really social. You catch up with these people that you've been chatting to or seeing on Zoom, or you've met at other events. It's really great to connect with people. So you do that the night before, get all excited, go back to your hotel room, get up on the Saturday, and then you potter along to the event, which is like a stone's throw away. And you have a little goodie bag that you can buy, and all the money goes to charity. And we actually have all the lovely food inside as well, all those little, when you go for a concert, and you've got all the little vendors and things in there as well. So we have drinks, we have breakfast, we have the vendors. You can prepay and order food and drinks. There's lots of stalls and information. And then what will happen is we tend to go then into the actual NEC. And when I did this for the first time, I was like, I've been in here for a concert. And I just looked around, and there were so many people there. Thousands of Tropic ambassadors come from all over the country, and even flying from, Ireland or Channel Islands, come over from the Isle of Wight, all sorts of places, and Scotland, fly in all over. And you sort of sit with your team. So it's again a real team building event. We just all go along, and then we have the most fantastic information. We have like celebrations of people's achievements, whether it's a Tropic incentive, sales, and then what we've also done to promote and help our charity partners as well, like United World Schools. You tend to get guest speakers, and then we'll have Susie as well, who will launch. What tends to happen in September is you then launch the December, all the Christmas goodies, all the lovely festive products, and they all tend to go live then in the October. But it's absolutely fab, and it's so upbeat. And then Carlton, who's the MD there as well, he's very theatrical and comes from that sort of background. So we have dancers, we have singers, we just have the most amazing time. Then we finish and we stop and we go in to another hall, the exhibition hall at the NEC, and have an amazing vegan lunch with drinks and all this sort of thing. Again, chat on your tables. Then you go back and you hear all the launch for the Christmas, all the festive, and you get to hear it, smell it, feel it, learn about it all first. And that is my favourite bit of the whole day. And then after that, apart from being absolutely exhausted and so hyped about and all excited about everything, you can then have a break. You can go back to your hotel. We have a bit of a chat and just a relax and a wind down. And then we come back for the evening entertainment. And the last few years, we've had amazing people. We've had, I think last year we had Gokwan do an amazing DJ set. And there's just parties into the early hours. Oh, it's brilliant. And then we get up on the Sunday, and then we just sort of all gather around again, and then just sort of say our goodbyes to people that we've met, all over from over the country, and then travel home. And it is the best weekend. And anybody who's a Tropic ambassador can go along to that. There's no qualification for it. There's no incentive. You can just buy a ticket and turn up. And it is the best way to find out about the new things coming. And we as ambassadors are just as excited, if not more so, than the customers, because we are customers ourselves. And that's where Tropic comes from. It's everyone who promotes it and shares it is just a massive fan of it, and is addicted to the whole range themselves. So we're just like you. But that's one of the events. The other event that we've actually just recently, I think it's been bi-annually at the moment, we did Tropic Fest. So I did that 2022, and I've just come back from it in July 2024. What a weekend. We weren't as lucky this time with the weather. It was a little bit showery here, but typical festival weather. So we all gather in Chillington Hall in Birmingham. And this is not sales orientated. This is pure about gathering together, socializing, celebrating, learning, educating, and just having a great time. So we take over this whole place. There's glamping, there's camping, you can bring your own tent, there's people with camper vans, and we just have the best time. There's food, there's drink on tap, there's everything all weekend. There's hair braiding, there's tattooists, there's tarot readers, there's all sorts of things. There's brilliant speakers about manifestation. There's wonderful events, and we have like a massive stage at the bottom of the park, and they just do the most brilliant sets, DJ sets, bands. We have theme days. Like this year we had a country and western for the first day, and then it was all like festival chic for the second day, and they just do funfair rides, roller disco. And we had, who did we have this year? We had Beverly Knight. I mean, it was amazing. The Saturday night, we had a Ministry of Sound disco as well. We had Vernon Kay do a set. So we get top quality acts, entertainment, and it is really Tropic's way of giving back to us as ambassadors and just celebrating. So I definitely recommend going on one of those. So just to recap, we've gone through why I joined, how you join, what's involved, the training, the things that you get to do, what's involved day to day, and also the Tropic Fest and the Tropic Glammies and all those sorts of things. And now it's sort of my final thoughts about and how I've developed my relationship with Tropic. So my day to day really with Tropic has changed in the way that I now use it for my Serenity Beauty room. So back in May 2024, I opened up my own beauty room at home. So for the last few years, I've been developing my knowledge, my skills, my confidence with talking about skincare as a whole, developing my skills with makeup as well. And it's just going hand in hand. It's a no-brainer from that point of view. So I've really linked the two together, and now in my beauty room at home I use Tropic in all my treatments. So it's great because I get to share and let those clients experience the products before becoming maybe customers of Tropic, and that sort of then feeds into the other, and it's just great then to get hands-on people and to also help them feel amazing. That's what I love about it. So Tropic is now part of that my Serenity business as well, so it does fit and go together. So I'll continue to use Tropic as well. Myself personally, I would not be without it, even if I wasn't an ambassador anymore, which I can't foresee. But even if I wasn't, I would still be using it because I absolutely love it. I'm a massive, massive fan of it. It's really changed my skin and how I look and feel about myself. I've seen it made so much difference to so many people, clients, customers, friends, fellow ambassadors and their clients. So it is such a positive, feel-good thing. So I would thoroughly recommend that anybody look into how to become an ambassador. If you want any more information about it, then just drop a note in the comments here as well. But it is honestly the best thing that I've ever done. It is such a positive thing to be part of. Skincare and makeup bring me such joy as well. And just looking after yourself, it's all about that self-care. But then I've met so many lovely new people, new ambassadors, had new experience that I never would have experienced without getting together with Tropic and becoming an ambassador. So it is the best thing that I've ever done for myself, for my own confidence, for my own just self-belief as well, and just doing something for me, because I think sometimes you get stuck in being a mum or a wife or a partner at home or whatever, and you just get day to day. And this is something that is just for me. I do for me. I can shout out loud, and I'm very, very proud of the fact that I'm an ambassador. So if you do want any more information, like I say, just drop a little note in the comments. Love to hear, are you an ambassador now? Would you consider being one? Any questions you might have? What's your favourite Tropic, product as well? Always interested in hearing about those. But I hope you found this useful. I wish someone had done me a video like this years ago, because it really gives you a bit of an insight of what's involved. And I hope if you do join, you absolutely love it. I'm sure you will, because I certainly do. But any questions, Tropic related or beauty or skincare related, please just ask. And I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day. Take care.